want to start with a question. Have any of you guys stared down a tough problem and felt like you were staring at a monster? Yeah, me too. But that was before I discovered something magical and powerful, the power of perspective. Today, I want to share with you guys something cool, perspective. Now, what is perspective exactly? Perspective is how we see things, and I'm going to introduce it with something I love, math. To me, math is like solving a mystery. Every problem is a puzzle, and perspective helps me crack the code. So now we know what perspective is, how can we use it? That's what I'm going to talk about next. Firstly, I'm going to talk about looking at things from different angles. When we look at things from different angles, it's not just a problem anymore. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. Let me tell you guys a story. When I first started doing Amy problems, I was intimidated. It felt like looking at a huge mountain and thinking, how am I ever going to climb that? But then I looked at it from a different angle. Instead of thinking, this is impossible, I started seeing Amy as a game. Every problem I solved, I leveled up. The more problems I solved, the more I got better at math. My math skills, including logical reasoning, algebraic manipulation, and spatial skills, all got better, just to name a few. This skill growth boosted my confidence. Instead of running away from tough problems, I started chasing them. I was now more engaged in math. It became a positive loop. More engagement led to more skills, which led to me being more confident. Suddenly, Amy wasn't a scary mountain anymore. It was a fun adventure. One of the coolest things about math is that there's always more than one way to look at things. For example, when doing a counting problem, you could see it as adding up all the cases you want, or finding a total and just subtracting the ones that you don't want. These are two different angles, but both can help you get the right solution. Next, I want to talk about zooming out. Hard problems don't feel that hard when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Every math concept I've learned is like a Lego brick. If you stack them all together, you can create something amazing, piece by piece. I have a problem as an example. How many ways can you arrange the letters in the word mathematics if the vowels must stay together? You guys can think for a few seconds. You want to answer?
Sure. Okay. So like it's four. So like you have to group together the vowels, which is A, E, A, I. And then you notice that there are two A's, so you can't make them a P. You have to do 4C2 times 2 to the vowels. And then you have to think about the consonants. You see, like there's MTH, MTCS. That's we have that. That's like seven. That's seven consonants. And seven consonants, there's two M's, two T's. So we have like 7C2 times 5C2 times 3 factorial.
That's correct. So, to put it in simpler terms, this question is just a combination of two skills, grouping and permutation. Since the vowels must stay together, we can treat them as one Lego block. All we have to do is arrange this one block with all the remaining consonants. This is just a simple grouping problem. This way of thinking changed how I approached hard problems. By looking at the bigger picture, even the hardest problems became exciting to do. Thirdly, I'm going to talk about growth mindset. Now, let me see your hands. Has anyone taken a tough test before? Yeah, me too. You've probably thought, oh, I'm super bad at this, right? Well, look at it from a different perspective. Instead of thinking that, think, I just need to practice. I'll get better this way. This way of thinking makes us much better. And this is about any hard thing, like math. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, think, this is just another puzzle. Let me figure it out. This little change in thinking can make a huge difference. So let me show you some examples. For example, when I play soccer, I like to be a goalkeeper. Before, when I let up goals, I used to get really frustrated. But now, I think, oh, that was just practice. I'll save it next time. Or when I'm spelling a tough word and get stuck on it, instead of giving up, I think, oh, challenge time. What's the main idea here? Life is full of things that may feel tricky. Math, sports, spelling, or whatever. But if we change how we see it, it can go from scary to fun. Lastly, I'm going to talk about collaboration. I learned this during my first team math competition. I was excited to do problems by myself, but quickly realized that math is about working together. Our team had very diverse strengths. Some are good at geometry, others at algebra, some at combinatorics. Some were even good at number theory and thinking outside the box. On a hard problem about geometric sequences in the coordinate plane, we shared tasks. Derek handled the recurrence relations, Jonathan drew the graphs, and I tried to explore combinatorial solutions. When we reunited, what we discovered by ourselves collided into a solution. This solution was found faster and better than all of us could have done by ourselves. We not only discovered a deep elegance in math, but also solved it. And this isn't just true for math, it's true for everything. In life, collaboration can transform challenges into shared adventures. In summary, perspective includes many things, but the four main ones are looking at things from different angles, zooming out and looking at the bigger picture, having a growth mindset, and finally, collaborating well with your teammates. So, next time you're facing a tough problem, change the lens. Don't avoid it, confront it. Because with the right perspective, even the seemingly impossible problems become solvable. Thank you for listening.